So what you just saw was a clip that focused on the Shirley Temple performance, which apparently is a relatively frequent theme that people use, though the young girl that's featured in this clip did a sort of highly sexualized Shirley Temple performance, and Hernandez calls that out specifically as a troubling scenario that occurred on the show. What Hernandez says is that femininity in that case is dependent on scripts and props. Have most of the young girls that perform in the performance part of these pageants do rely pretty heavily on props. And if you watch the show, a great deal goes into the creating of those props. The parents have to stage the props. Sometimes the parents are up on stage with them, like holding the props from behind. It's really quite complex. In this particular case, the costumes, the props, the body maintenance really is part of a culture of consumption. That this is sort of performance commodified, feminine performance commodified. And again, we're talking about a really young girl to be having these conversations about femininity and commodification of femininity. So it's a simultaneous invoking of innocent girlhood and a sexualization. So you can see in the Shirley Temple. I mean, Shirley Temple was a child actor. She had a very long career as a child performer, and was very much the picture of innocence in the films that she was in. Flip that on its head, and you have this sort of highly sexualized, gyrating Shirley Temple, and that's really an odd combination of innocence and sexualization. The sense of innocence that the Shirley Temple performance has at the start ends when the sort of wild dancing begins. This was one particular case that Hernandez pointed to. The clip that you're about to see was also really highly publicized, which was a child performing as Dolly Parton.